and welcome all of you once again. It's Backpack. Whenever we talk about Egypt, we have to talk about some important places. We are usually after sites where you can enjoy your vacation. We're talking about all Egypt. Well, here in Cairo, we have some important sites. Well, definitely, if you are visiting Cairo, these sites are must-seen places. One of which is actually the Citadel. We're going to find out more about the Citadel and more about places inside the Citadel, like for example the Muhammad Ali Mosque and many other sites. Well, talking about these places, definitely visiting one time here is not enough. You will need to come several times to understand and to take your time to find out more about such a great place like the Citadel.
The citadel is located at the top of a high cliff. It has a very special location that offers the tourists with magnificent views over different sections around Cairo. But maybe the first question here, why this location in particular? When Saladin took control of Egypt with no resistance to be mentioned from the Fatimids, who ruled Egypt from the 8th till the 12th century, he decided that Cairo should have a fortified citadel to protect the city against any foreign attacks, especially the threat of the Crusaders that were carrying military campaigns towards the Middle East at that period of time. Saladin was influenced with the forts and citadels he viewed in Syria and Lebanon and how fortified and protective they were. Recognizing the importance of having such a citadel to protect Cairo, he guided all of the resources he had to construct such an important military structure. checking out many different locations in and around Cairo, Saladin decided to construct his citadel over the Muqattam Hill to overlook the whole city of Cairo and to be located at a high position that is hard to be reached or attacked. Saladin al-Ayyubi, or Salah ad-Din al-Ayyubi as we say it in Egypt, was the famous king and army leader and the founder of the Ayyubid dynasty. During the end of the 12th century, the citadel has witnessed many important events in the Egyptian history. The citadel was used as the seat of the king and his government in Egypt for many centuries, and many dynasties, including the Ayyubids and the Mamluks, and even some Ottomans ruled over Egypt from the citadel. The citadel had always played a significant role in the political life of Egypt in different stages of history, to the extent that in some occasions a king used to rule over Cairo while another sultan or ruler had control of the citadel. Citadel has defended Egypt against many attacks in different periods of time. Here, there are many important monuments that were built in the citadel throughout its long history, which of course includes the marvelous Mosque of Muhammad Ali, which is the best example of the Ottoman architecture in Egypt. builds the marvelous mosque of Muhammad Ali, which is the best example of the Ottoman architecture in Egypt. Saladin has also dug a water well inside the citadel to be used by the soldiers if the citadel goes under siege, and this well is considered to be one of the most difficult constructions achieved at that period in the 12th century, as it was 90 meters deep and it was inside the hardest rocks of the Muqattam mountain. It is of great importance to think and imagine the age at which this citadel has been built, being one of the most elegant fortresses to be constructed in the Middle Ages. With its strategic location overlooking the two neighboring cities that were alive at the time, Fustat and Cairo. Moreover, being situated between the two cities, the citadel of Saladin provided good connections between different sections of town, and it functioned as a place to resort to and to be protected in case of any sudden attack on Cairo. The construction work of the citadel of Saladin in Cairo has started in 1176 during the reign of Saladin. However, it was completed in 1182 during the ruling period of Al-Malik al-Kamil, who governed Egypt after Saladin and was the first king to live in the citadel. interesting story behind selecting this site for the citadel. Saladin chose it for its healthy air, and the story goes that he hung pieces of meat up at all around Cairo. Everywhere the meat spoiled within a day, with the exception of the citadel area, where it remained fresh for several days. But in reality, this location provides a strategic advantage, both to dominate Cairo and to defend outside attackers. Saladin used the most modern fortress building techniques of that time to construct the original citadel. Great round towers that were built protruding from the walls so that defenders could direct flanking fire on those who might scale the walls. The walls themselves were 10 meters high and 3 meters thick. Bir Yusuf or the Saladin's well was dug in order to supply the occupants of the fortress with an inexhaustible supply of drinking water. There is also a ramp large enough so that animals could descend into the well in order to power the machinery that lifted the water. After the death of Saladin, his nephew Al-Kamil reinforced the citadel by enlarging several of the towers. The Burj al-Haddad or blacksmith tower and the sand tower, making them fully 3 times larger. These 2 towers control the narrow pass between the citadel and the Muqattam hills. Al-Kamil also built a number of great towers around the perimeter of the walls, 3 of which can still be seen overlooking the citadel parking area. These massive structures were square up to 25 meters tall and 30 meters wide.
Well, this will come to the end of our backpack for today. Thank you all for joining us. Next time we'll be back to bring you more about Egypt and more about the important sites where you can enjoy your vacation. We always say that Egypt has it all. Whatever you are looking for, you will find it in Egypt. If you are looking for culture, history, civilization, or even you are looking for diving, for snorkeling, you want to move on to find out more about the old temples, whatever you are looking for, you will find it here in Egypt. Next time we'll be back and more about Egypt.